Welcome back to Ghostbusters, the video game. Last time, we played through the majority of the first movie.
And now,
I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was gonna be the whole game. I thought we were like, okay, we did that, we're gonna turn around, we're gonna shoot Gozer, roll credits. But like, no, I looked into it out of curiosity. I didn't want to spoil myself on what's gonna happen later in the game, because I'm effectively playing this blind. But we're like a quarter of the way through the game.
Yeah.
We've still got some ground to cover.
we're just starting, so...
So a couple other things I wanted to point out, because there's a couple people I feel who haven't actually seen the Ghostbusters movie, so they're not completely aware of a lot of the stuff going on.
How dare you?
Even though Ghostbusters is enough of part of popular culture that you can probably follow anyway, first point of advice, go watch the movie. Both preferably, but at least the first one. Secondly, I think one of the things that I like about Ghostbusters, and this is the only point that I want to make here right now, is it feels very real. It doesn't feel like a fantasy of like, hey, all these crazy, dramatic, fantastical things are happening. Like, it feels real. It feels like these are just 3 to 4 guys who are studying in a university on some weird, nuanced thing that they thought was a thing and nobody else did. And it just turned out to actually be a thing. And all the technology and everything that they've put together, it feels like how that would be handled in a real-world setting, given that it's run by 3 to 4 effective lunatics. Like, the proton packs, the technology that goes into them, it's not like, oh yeah, we invented this cool beam that can shoot out and catch ghosts. Like, no, it's a nuclear accelerator. This thing is horrifying and unwieldy and will likely destroy or murder people.
Also, I'm gonna say...
Because that's the kind of technology that it would be.
Also, I'm gonna say 3 lunatics, because Winston's only here for the paycheck.
That's true. Well, that's why I say 3 to 4. So, one thing to mention about the proton packs, because I think somebody in the comments asked about crossing the streams. So, crossing the streams was done at the end of the first movie. And it was said, all up until then, it's a bad idea. Don't do it. Never do it. Never cross the streams. Who was it that asked, they were talking to Egon.
It's Peter who asks, I think.
It was Peter who asked?
Because I think Ray...
asked him why not cross the streams, and Egon just said, it would be bad. So Peter said, okay, I'm a little fuzzy on the whole good and bad thing. Could you give me a little more detail than that? And Egon said, imagine... I don't actually have the text up right now, and I don't think I can scroll to see it, so this is going to be this is going to be a paraphrase. But he said, imagine all life, as you know it, immediately ceasing, and every atom in your body exploding at the speed of light.
Alright, so don't cross the streams. Got it.
It's bad news. And I think the nature of crossing the streams is... it's become such a big hero moment that in most incarnations of the Ghostbusters, it kind of ends up being that we're gonna have to cross the streams for the hype in order to take out the big bad. Like, it's just kind of the go-to. And I think that very drastically undermines how terrifyingly dangerous crossing the streams is. For the record, they did it once at the end of the first movie in order to fight back a god, effectively.
Effectively, their choices was to let the god kill them or let them kill themselves, and they have a better dice roll at surviving.
Yeah. And in the second movie, if memory serves, they didn't cross the streams at all.
If they did it at the end of the picture.
but I don't think they
and
did.
I don't really recall them doing it. They might have, because I think they were like, oh, we gotta do it because it was in the first movie kind of thing, but at the same time, I think they just all unloaded into the photo.
Yeah, I don't think they crossed the streams. I think they just shot it. But in talking about crossing the streams, so the climactic battle at the end of the first movie was against Gozer, who we saw at the beginning of this movie. There was an exhibit in the museum for Gozer. And apparently, when they crossed the streams at Gozer's doorway, it actually took the Ghostbusters right up to the line of complete subatomic destruction. For a split second, and I'm reading this off of the wiki, because this was explained more in the IDW comics. But for a split second, they were connected to every reality at once via Gozer's portal. Every thought they ever had, the very core of their beings, were seeded into the subconscious of the multiverse. The concepts and methods of the Ghostbusters were adopted by parallel versions of the team. The reason a Ghostbusters multiverse exists at all is because they crossed the streams that one time. So, there's that. I think super late in the comics during a...
Got it.
What now?
Don't cross the streams, got it.
Yeah. During an event super late in the comics, they did end up having to cross the streams again, and someone who was present at the time mentioned that they could feel it felt like they were being pulled in a million directions at once. One of them likened it to a living representation of Escher's relativity. Like, just being there for it. Like, it's... Don't cross the streams. So with that said,
yeah,
I just wanted to get that done, as well as mention something cool that I found while I was looking around. But with that said, I turned up the game volume a little bit more. We'll see if it's too loud, but we're supposed to go over here and chat, so we're going to do that.
Yeah, we're getting this out of the way because there's probably going to be a lot of chatting here. And as much fun as it is to hear our docile...
Like how I can hit things and they make noise, but then they don't move.
As much fun as it is to hear our docile tones, bigger named actors are about to talk, and we ain't taking that away from them. Would you talk over Dan?
So you know so much about Gozer because...
Because I'm a specialist in ancient Mesopotamian cultures and architecture. Sumerian primarily. Gozerian more specifically. I'm here as a guest curator for the Gozerian exhibit that's opening tomorrow at the Natural History Museum.
You are aware that we also have some history with Gozer?
Yes, of course.
Gozer was a bush leaguer before he met us. A strictly farm team deity. We put him on the map.
But our getting stiffed on invites to opening night, just an oversight, right?
I don't have anything to do with that.
That, gentlemen, was all me. And I can assure you, it was not an oversight.
Oh, by the way, you have visitors.
Thanks, Janine. You're a first-class lookout.
You thought you were getting scot-free from this guy.
I did not recognize you without the mayor's backside attached to your nose.
Okay, everybody put them back in their skivvies. Apologies. Dr. Selwyn, are you all right?
I think so, but I'm worried about the exhibit.
Are you kidding? You can't buy publicity like this. The guest curator of the Gozer exhibit, the expert Peck recommended, is attacked the night before the opening by Gozer himself? Please tell me that was Gozer.
Gozer manifested in a familiar form, one he had used before, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but this event was weaker than his first encounter with us.
Ha! That's all I need, thanks.
Come on, Jock. What's the idea of bringing Peck around here? Oh, have I coughed at the wrong time?
Listen, here's the deal. You and Peck and all you guys are going to work together.
Oh, no.
What?
No way, no how.
Impossible.
Look, this city has given you at least a dozen contracts for the jails, courthouses, and wharves. You guys want to grow your business. Get some county and state work, too. I'm all for it. You've been big supporters and great for my campaign.
Well, some have said our endorsement is what got you elected.
But not out loud. Anyway, after all the damage you've been causing lately, the city council wants you under close supervision for a period of no less than 6 months.
We file reports on time. There's no need for extra supervision.
Funny guy, Venkman. You've always been my favorite. Well, that's where your old friend Peck comes in. He's annoying, a stickler for the rules. In other words, the perfect Peck for the job. He's our new head of Peacock.
Peacock? PCOC, Paranormal Contracts Oversight Commission. And my first official act is going to be suspending you clowns' operating license.
Lighten up, Peck. Launch your investigation if you have to, but for now just keep them under control and my office in the loop. But remember, if the Ghostbusters cease to exist, so does your job. So you need each other. Beautiful in an ironic, symmetrical kind of way, isn't it?
Hey, Mulligan, come on.
It's Mayor Mulligan to you, Venkman. So, we have an understanding? This kind of protects us all. You want more government business, I want to keep my approval rating, and Peck wants his little fiefdom. You play by the rules. Easy. We all get what we want, and the city council gets what they need. Okay, big night tomorrow, Alyssa. Get some rest.
So, now that we're all friends, can we get invites to the museum opening?
Not likely. But I'll be seeing you soon. You can count on that.
Doesn't Peck look exactly like the kind of guy who'd accidentally walk into the stream of a bosun glider? I'm just saying, it could happen.
Darn it,
Ghostbusters, what do
Peck.
you want?
We couldn't get away.
Nope.
We can schedule a visit.
So-
next.
For the people who are who haven't seen the movies, I think Peck was in movie 2.
No, movie 1.
It was movie 1.
Yeah, he was movie 1. Remember, he's the.
All right. I got you down for that.
Oh, was it
Oh, it
Dan
won't
who
be
says it?
necessary to call before
It's
they
Dan or
arrive.
Bill who goes
Believe
like,
me.
"Yes, it's
You'll
true.
know it.
This man has no penis."
That'll be fine.
Effectively.
Yeah.
Bye.
Or this man has no dick. What?
That's not the exact line, but the whole thing was Peck was in charge. I forget what he was in charge of, but he was some investigation committee.
He was an
like
EPA.
like OSHA kind of crap.
He was part of the EPA, the environmental.
And so he came
Protection
over
Agency.
and saw what the Ghostbusters were doing, and hated the amount
Hello,
of destruction
Ghostbusters.
and publicity they were getting, and it just kind of hated him from the outside. So he conducted an investigation, came inside, saw all this
No, we do
equipment that
not
they didn't
advise
have
that you attempt
licenses
to
for,
perform a
and
Peruvian
said,
type live
okay,
exorcism
we're
on
going to shut it all down.
yourself.
Specifically, he went down here,
But listen,
saw this,
once you
where they
find
keep
yourself
all
in
the
a chair, it's
ghosts
very difficult to
stored,
do that to the cat.
and said,
Couldn't catch it.
they don't have a license for this, turning it off. And freed every ghost they had ever caught.
I mean, at least everyone else was kind of like, this is a bad idea. I don't think we should do
Yeah, everyone was saying, like, dude, no, please. The people that worked for him, everyone, like, no, stop, I beg of you.
Also, the mayor is voiced by Brian Doyle Murray, who is the older brother of Bill Murray. And I swear to God, if I showed you a picture of him, you would immediately go like, oh, this guy, yeah. So there are 2 Murrays in here. Oh, trust me, you'd love these.
Ghostbusters.
I believe he's the voice of the Flying Dutchman in SpongeBob.
Are you serious? They did?
So the only other,
Good Donna?
the only other thing is there are 2
Going
people
right
who
there?
were in the
What did
movies
Steve say?
that did not make it into
kidding.
the game,
Uh,
but the developers wanted them in the
I
game,
know.
and specifically that was
It was Sigourney Weaver's character.
right.
yeah, Sigourney Weaver
Right.
and Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They wanted both of them in. They were important characters in the movies. Wanted them in the
Alright.
game. But
Goodbye.
I think Sigourney Weaver specifically,
She
I don't remember why Moranis.
Well, here's a
Held
couple
off.
things. First of all, the character of Alyssa, voiced by Alyssa Milano, she was supposed to be Diana.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yes, Sigourney Weaver's character. But the thing is, and it's kind of up in the air, is one, she didn't want to do it without Bill Murray, and by the time they told her they got Bill Murray, it was too late to get her into the game. Or the second explanation, and the one I kind of buy the most, is she did not have a good time with the Avatar game. because apparently she worked on that, and that kind of soured her attitude towards a lot of video game production.
I would also believe that, like, video game production in general, you get a lot of really crappy tie-ins, like, hey, let's just toss this thing together. And it probably wasn't until realizing, and probably Bill Murray being a part of that, she would have realized that, like, if he's not coming in, if he's not going to be part of this, then this isn't the real deal.
Yeah,
this isn't worth my time.
It's probably
another cheap tie.
It's probably a combination of both. She had a bad time with the Avatar game, and then she just kind of realized it's probably going to be a bad tie-in game. It's like, we got Bill Murray. Oh shit, too late. Sorry. But
because that's why Yellow Submarine, the Beatles. The Beatles do not actually voice the Beatles in the Yellow Submarine. And that was because when they contacted the Beatles and said, hey, we're going to make this really cool cartoon movie thing, they said, like, no, we don't want any part of that because we know it's going to be some cheap, dumb tie-in thing. Like, just, like, cranked out to make a couple bucks. And it wasn't until they were shown the effectively completed movie that they were like, oh my, we should have been a part of this. And that's why at the end of Yellow Submarine, you actually see the 4 Beatles show up. Like a quick scene showed at the end so they could give effectively their stamp of approval.
Hello, Ghostbusters.
So I feel like it was kind of the same deal.
Yeah, and for Rick Moranis' case, they tried to get him in on this as much as they could. And they got the modeling for his head down, but it was too late for him to say. He had said yes, but it was too late into the production to say yes, to get him in to do the modeling and everything.
So he just took too long to say yes?
Yeah, he took too long to say yes. The fun fact is, if you go back upstairs, it's either back into the back here, you don't go upstairs. Hi, Slimer.
Probably back here?
Yeah, back here, back in this room, one of the options they had is because they had the head modeled, they were either going to do one of two things. Is one, they were just going to put him in a body cast for the entirety of the movie, or entirety of the video game, or two, back in that room back there. It's specifically that room with the Ghostbusters 2 thing. Symbol.
Specifically that side?
Yeah, specifically that side. That was going to be his office back there, and they were going to have like a pile of stuff, and you would see a hand moving, and they would just have Rick Moranis speaking out of that. Kind of implying that he's just stuck back there now.
Yeah, stuck back there, buried under paperwork.
Yeah, but they ended up just saying like, oh, he's just out sick today. Because I think he worked, ever since the second movie, he worked for them.
Yeah, he was kind of an unofficial Ghostbuster at the end of the second movie. So it would make sense that they hauled him in.
Anyway, that all aside.
Yeah, that all aside, which button is it? Power-ups and things, I have...
Oh, you got no money, so...
Yeah, I have no money. Oh, wow, do we, like, lose all our money at the end of each... Well, whatever. I bought a lot of these. I'm realizing there's a couple that I do genuinely want now. There was one that was, like, super cheap, I think. Recoil decrease, I wanted. Just so I can move around more. I think the other one was slam dunk trapping. This is going to be one to save up for, though. Just how you can pound a ghost around. If you pound them into a trap, it catches them immediately.
Oh, that's way nice.
So, let's go bust some ghosts.
Ray and I have been talking.
And we think we should have a look at the museum. Whatever happened tonight, it started there.
Okay. I'll take one for the team. Stay with Ilsa. You guys go with Winston and the recruit. I'll be your personal protection.
What about Peck? He's supposed to be informed of everything we do.
What he doesn't know can't hurt us.
That sleazy Bill
Hey
Murray's
guys,
character.
you need to make a detour. Something big is going down. It's on 1010 Winds now.
Tune it in.
And another ghostly sighting has staff at the New York Public Library scrambling for answers.
The Gray Lady.
Let's get her for real this time. Go!
Oh, they never caught her?
Whoa. What about the
Yeah, I
museum?
think they just
It's been
scared
there
her
for
off.
104 years. Where's
They
it gonna
didn't
go
have.
today?
This
They
thing
didn't even
you
have the
guys
proton
for the
packs at the
Great
time.
Lady borders on the weird. You know that, right?
She made us look like schmucks. Not this time.
Oh, and another thing, Pat called and says that I'm required to tell him where you are and what you are up to.
Tell him he can meet us at the museum. We'll be there. Eventually.
Don't worry, there's a crowd off screen. Oh,
They're over there.
crowd off
Big
screen.
crowd. Venkman would love this.
Captain McMahon from the 12th says there was a massive disturbance. Real fireworks show.
Not much going on now.
Maybe. But didn't there used to be 2 lions out here?
Check for valences.
Oh,
That's
God.
cool.
Interesting. Ray.
Oh, your PK.
Oh no, we're already.
Wow, big spikes.
Oh no, what
Cadet,
button
you
is
need
it?
to see this.
What button is it? Crap! How do I play this game?
Isn't it tab or something?
No, it's not tab.
E?
Q, E, R, Shift, Tab.
Oh, you're
Control,
supposed to hold
space.
something for it.
R, T, F, G. Control configuration.
God, that would be hilarious getting in here. You're like, guys, how do I use this again? Map controls. Go to map controls.
Oh.
It's X.
X. Okay. X isn't doing anything
Hold
either.
it.
Stand back.
Oh!
Look out!
Oh,
There they
jeez.
go.
Whoa! Double full torso animators! Come on, after them!
You heard Stance. Let's move.
Okay.
Do you hold the X button? I thought you were supposed to hold it.
Nah, they just don't want. They just don't want to let me do it right now.
There they are.
Couple of Class 5 animators. Never seen them in tandem like that. They're really agitated.
Switching on the packs.
There we
Oh,
go.
it might be because your pack wasn't on.
Yeah. Ready to roll.
Well, you're green for now, so...
All right, take it easy.
Hey, he said take
I
it
should have
easy.
stayed down there.
That's not easy. Missed. Damn.
Sorry, Z.
How about a little warning next time, fellas?
That one's a beast, Ray. Let's chase him down. Winston, check that next doorway. See if he has any friends.
Leave a haunted room. I got no problem with that.
Hey, Cadet. To use the shock blaster, it's best to get in fairly close. Its effects are powerful, but dissipate quickly over distance.
And please be careful. It's a prototype. We're trusting you with it.
The stasis stream will temporarily slow down paranormal entities. If you train the stream on the target long enough, you can actually stop it entirely.
This is how you use it.
2.
So, hey,
I got different beams now.
here's a question. Would you like a shotgun version of the
Switch
stream
equipment,
here?
Cadet.
Okay.
Because you got a shotgun now.
Terrifying.
Cool. A freeze ray. A stasis stream. This has nothing to do with cold, but the effect is similar.
When do you have the time to work on all this stuff, Egon?
I've been conducting an experiment in which I sleep an average 14 minutes a day. Leaves me a lot of time to work.
Great. Ready to roll. Hey, Haas, you think you can handle that little fella yourself? We'll meet you back here.
That's exactly something that Egon would do.
I mean, the fact that he's managing on 14 minutes of sleep is, it's very ego.
I don't remember if they want me to follow.
Oh, getting something. I heard it behind
Heard it.
Winston went into the door. Up. It's downstairs somewhere. Oh, there's that goop on the floor there.
button is it? I mean, I guess that makes sense. It was going green, not red. Okay, so red's getting me... Red's sending me back up.
Yeah, red is hostile ghost, I believe. I'm keeping an eye on it. If it goes blue, it means you found an artifact. You were peeking on that thing right now.
Yeah, I may be relying on you to keep a tabs on that for me.
I think it's downstairs. I think they're staying upstairs. Yeah, it's...
Okay, so if I hit shift, it changes me back to the regular beam, which is awkward. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm going downstairs.
Yeah, you're going downstairs, and I think you're going into the main entrance way, because that...
I only vaguely understood what they actually told me to do.
Oh.
So...
Yeah, right into one of these.
Cool.
It might actually be in that display case. Or is it down on the ground in front of us? Shoot it! Shoot it! Alright then.
Stay alert. Keep your PKE meter up. Animators can hide in anything. Hey! Ugly just shot around that corner!
That is some weird signals I'm getting now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's right in front of you anymore. I think he just...
It's like...
I think he...
everywhere.
I think he just... I think he's behind you now.
Hey, Bloodhound, we're up here, to your right!
Strong emanations, no direct source, though.
We followed our guy in here, and it gave us the slip.
Detecting a very strong anomaly here.
Uh-oh.
Here comes something big.
Prime example of a level 6 bidimensional attraction.
I think it said it's the book goal.
Not gonna worry about it.
You want to try out your new shotgun freeze break combo? Think that does anything?
Slow it down!
Yeah, you're slowing them
I mean,
down.
it's slowing them down. But it's not killing it!
Well, yeah, it's freeze spray, basically. You're not going to do damage to it. Now you're doing damage.
More!
No, go slower.
Losing
Ah!
Keep
I hit a rack.
Oh, I found that book I've been looking for, though.
Oh no, I need to move. I have like no health. Oh, if I get down here, I'm done too.
His strength is failing. Look behind you.
I think it's out. I think you can put both on.
Whoa there.
Oh, no, it's still going.
Nope. Let me move.
Come on, man, I like these deaths. They're very well designed.
Power is emanating from a single focal object.
Look, the focal object is temporarily vulnerable. Grab it with your containment screen. Wrangle it away.
Trying, hitting the wrong button.
Wrangle it away. You got it.
Got it.
Man, how much PK energy must it take to collect an animated entity like that?
A lot.
It's a
lot
lamp.
of very
A lamp?
angry energy.
How easy
That's
was
the
that?
point, I
Wait,
guess.
not so fast. I'm getting some big fluxes here.
Oh, yeah, there you go. This has got to be in the back. Surprised you're not allowed to collect
I
that.
think it's her.
Yeah,
Yes.
so am I.
Yes, it is her.
There she is!
Eleanor Twitty, the librarian.
Look, there she is. Meet us at the stairway door.